Let's do it again.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. It's Married with Channels.
Yeah, we're married and stuff.
Married, we can kiss legally. That's allowed. Dude. I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We're here to talk about some GD Falcon and Winter Soldier.
All right. So, how are we feeling?
Episode 5.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Episode 5, and it was good.
Yeah?
You know, it's gotten better since the last episode.
Yeah.
Ever since, was it last episode that Walker took the serum and killed the guy?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Ever since then, it got more interesting.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll agree with that statement, but there's still a couple things for me, some pacing, some story plot stuff that I'm just like, what? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by the GRC. I know they mentioned that previously. I guess I just forgot. I think that's like the Global Relocation. You know what? I'm just going to look it up.
Global Relocation Council.
Something like that.
Yeah, sure. You know, that's fine. Are we going to dive into this question that I had about?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, so we were talking about Carly and the group's motivation.
Right.
And it still isn't super clear to me. Like, I know this GRC meeting was to vote on some sort of thing that made it possible for refugees to go to back to their home countries.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why can't they just go home? Like, you reappear after 5 years, wouldn't you just go home? You'd go back to your home, right? Your people, your family, whatever, your house. I don't know. Like,
I don't know either. I think what you need to remember is when they were blipped out.
yeah,
Everybody thought they were dead and gone. Like,
sure.
There was no thought of
Right.
they'll come back.
Right. But if they do, I mean, wouldn't someone take them in and shelter them and they would make a life again?
Yeah, you think there'd be something.
Like, I'm just not getting it. I'm sorry. I'm just not buying that that's making them so upset that they turn to terrorism, you know, and those actions. Like, I'm just not getting really why they can't. I mean, they're clearly traveling freely anyway, all over Europe and, you know, the United States. And so why can't they just go home?
I think because, let's say Carly lived at 123 Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
She gets blipped.
Yeah.
She's, in the moment, everybody thinks, well, she's dead.
Right.
So I guess whoever owns the house with her, or maybe she doesn't own if she lives alone in a house, it gets foreclosed on and it gets sold to John and Becky Wilson. And she's shit out of luck when she comes back because, oh my God, they came back. But there should be stuff after these people come back, you would think. Well, and I guess that's where the GRC Global Repatriation Council comes in.
Okay, but I mean, even if her house got foreclosed and sold, like, she doesn't have a cousin she can shack up with, an uncle, so she gets a job at the bakery up the street. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like, what?
Yeah. No, I get it. I agree with you. I don't know. Unless there's something we missed from the show where, you know, that was offered, but it was like half-assed, not good enough sort of thing. And so therefore she and her Flag Smashers people are bitter.
Welcome to the government in their efforts to aid people. It's always half-assed and not good enough.
Because you know how that could have gone down is, you live in a 4-bedroom, 2,500 square foot house, you get blipped, and you come back, the government's like, we'll take care of you. Here's this 1-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
You know?
But so what?
I get it, but
I just don't think that leads you to terrorist acts. I mean,
I look, I'm on board with you.
Yeah.
I don't think her motivation fits with what she's doing.
Yeah. I'm just not clear on that.
And if anybody listening, please clarify in the comments or something. Yeah. I mean, maybe there's some sort of big screw job she got with her family and I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
either.
she's just this uber ideologist. I don't know.
I
But
don't know. Yeah.
overall, the episode 5 I thought was good. The only thing that was kind of weird is when Sam and Bucky were in the yard throwing the shield around. Like, Sam had no problem chucking it.
Yeah.
But then when the montage kicked in of him practicing with it, he was
Yeah.
like dropping it and missing it. It's like, what? Did you all of a sudden forget?
Yeah. Yep. It became cumbersome for him. Like, all of a sudden he can't do it. I don't know.
Sorry.
No, it just, also, I was going to say something about the pacing of that. Like, that time frame where Bucky and Sam are hanging out down south, fixing the boat, palling around, working together, whatever. It's whatever. It's fine. It lends itself to the story, but it was a lot of that. And it was like, all right, we get it. They got a project boat together. Like, they're working together now. They're getting along. You know, they have kind of their chemistry now. Like, they get along to a point, then they start getting at each other's throats. Then it's time for them to separate and go their separate ways again.
I like that stuff. I think it's helping with their chemistry.
Yeah.
I think it helps. You get a better sense of the interaction, the rapport between them, you know?
Yeah.
I think it works. And
Sure. For me, it was just like a lot of it. I could have done with less of that. And it was like, this is about 3 episodes too late, you know? But whatever. I'm in.
I do like what they're doing with John Walker. I've become more of a fan of that character because he's not black and white.
Yeah.
He's propelled, and his motivation is justice and, you know, the code and all that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know if it's the serum's fault or if it's just he's just so that plus the grief of losing his buddy Lamar.
Yeah, but also
He's, prone to do a couple bad things.
Well, I like too, like when he was kind of testifying in front of, I don't know who that was in front of, but
Some sort of
panel
council, committee, yeah.
So, you know, and he like eventually kind of snaps and goes off on them like, you guys made me. You made me into this. This is all I know how to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's interesting because when it's on their behalf, they don't mind that he's killing and hurting people.
Right.
But,
yeah, if it's the right people.
yeah.
But
for them, you know. So they made him this killing machine for them. But then when he goes and kills somebody, it's like, nope, you're done. You're canceled.
yeah, no, but I like how his character's he's not turned into a heel, like the bad guy.
I think
unquote.
he kind of is, though.
He kind of is, but there's still some shades of good there. Like, you still kind of, not root for him, but you still kind of feel for the guy a little bit.
I don't know. I think they're setting him up to be a villain, a bad guy, a heel. I think, you know, him crafting his own shield at the end.
Yeah,
You know?
and that could be where the Julia Louis-Dreyfus character comes in.
Oh, let's talk about that.
She might be making him, you know, on the path to becoming a heel.
Okay.
I don't know who her character is. I just briefly looked it up. It's from the comics.
I want to say her name. Can I say her name? It's so
Yeah.
fun. La Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine. How'd I do?
That's fun to say. So she comes in and gives him the pep talk and gives him the blank card and all that. So, and the post-credit scene where he's welding a new,
Yeah.
like the generic
Yeah.
knockoff Captain Shield.
With his little medal that he got too. Like, I don't know if that was that a Purple Heart or
It looked like a Medal of Honor.
a Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, it's just like it, except it has this one tag on it, this one piece on it, this one little small chunk of metal.
Yeah.
But I think you pointed it out too. Like, it's not vibranium. Is it vibranium?
Right. It's
Yeah.
not vibranium. It's some sort of, just looks like metal.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's got the super serum going on, so that'll help. And
Yeah.
I'm sure a steel shield will be effective in battle and deflecting bullets and whatnot, but
So
it's no vibranium.
So was La Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine. I think that's all of
Just
her
say
names.
Julie Louis-Dreyfus.
What does she tell him not to call her? Val? Yeah, don't call me that though. Val.
Oh, okay.
I'll just call her Val. Anyway, was that the cameo that everyone was like, "Ooh, wait till next episode. There's this cameo." Was it her?
I think so.
Okay. Because I was like, did I miss somebody else? Because I think it's her.
No, I think
Okay.
that's it.
Okay.
I think that's the cameo.
All right.
So we'll see where John Walker goes with the help of Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Valentina Agregata Limoncello.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. But so Sam is essentially going to be the new Captain America.
Yeah. It looks...
And what's interesting is that briefcase that came from the Wakandan people.
Ah.
Bucky said, "Here's a gift from what are
Oh.
the names? The Dora Malay."
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
I'm guessing inside there is going to be a new Captain America costume.
Cool.
Because, I mean, it's essentially, I mean, they'd all but said it. He's doing all the training and throwing the shield around. That would imply that he's going to be Captain America, even though Bradley's like, "Don't do it. No black man should ever be the Captain America."
You kind of clarified this for me, but I always thought Sam had the super serum in him too. Like he was like had like superpowers or something, but
No.
it was just the power of the wings before and
Just flying around.
just some tech, huh?
Yeah.
And some training.
Little hand to hand and
Yeah.
some swift flying.
Huh.
But yeah, episode 5. Anything else on the Falcon Winter Soldier? Episode titled Truth.
No, I'll stick with it. It's getting more interesting to me. Like I said, there's just a couple plot holes where I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some motivation issues there, like with Carly, and I don't know what, we don't know what the hell her motivation is exactly. I know. The thing is that, it's gotten better. There's more to it. There's more action. They're working on the character stuff, so that's all good.
Yep.
But, but you know what John Walker needed?
What?
A cool down. A shift into a slower gear.
And how would a super serumed guy who just lost his friend, how's he supposed to cool down?
With a pool, of course.
Of course.
He could have probably been like a little less hypertension if you had this 15-foot above ground pool I found. It's $86, but with the Honey plugin on the internet browser, that comes to $57.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. And he can wash the blood off the shield.
See? Win-win. Yeah, throw a little chlorine in there afterwards. It's all good. Nothing is more relaxing than a splash in the pool. Maybe a little Captain America koozie filled with some brew on a warm day. You'll forget all about that whole Lamar thing.
Lamar. Who dis?
Yeah. All the Crazy Cap has to do is go to the big box store website. It's one of 30,000 that Honey works with, and let the Honey plugin automatically search for the best coupon codes on that site. Honey found one that got this pull down to 34% off. As the warmer months are coming, it just makes sense to cool your serum pumping veins, or regular veins, in a big old pool behind the welding shop. Talking to you, John Walker.
We already got a pool for the kids. We should have used that Honey plugin.
I know. Well, now we know. Yeah. Definitely, if you don't already have Honey, you should you're straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast.
Yay.
And we don't recommend something we don't use. We both use it.
Yeah, but a little too late for the pool.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Don't be like us. Get it now. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/married. That's joinhoney.com/married. Promising Young Woman. This was a movie that I saw a lot of good stuff about.
Yeah.
Carey Mulligan as a woman who's taking revenge out on dudes who take advantage of drunk face women.
Yeah. Like incapacitated drunk.
Yeah.
Like blackout nights.
Right.
Ladies.
Yeah. And it's, I saw the hype, I saw the good reviews and all that. And I was looking forward to this. And then we started watching it. I was kind of like, because it's nominated for a screenplay. We should say the Oscars are coming this weekend.
Oh.
So we'll see if this one wins. She's also nominated, but when we were watching, I was like, this is nominated for the screenplay, but then the movie finished and I was like, oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
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 This was a really good movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I hadn't seen all the hype. I had just seen the trailer and I've been wanting to watch it for quite a while. So I was excited when you agreed to say yes to this movie.
Yeah. A little slow in the middle, but it's definitely a good movie.
It's worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The I don't want to give anything away,
Sure.
but when things don't go good
Yeah.
towards the end of the movie, and there's still like 40 minutes left, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus Christ, where are we going to go from here?
Right.
Because that just happened.
I was disappointed when that just happened. I was like, oh, well, now what?
Yeah, when it was happening, I was like, okay, something's going to interrupt this.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen but no, it it goes through
Yeah.
the way you
Yeah.
know, the way it started. But it ends so well. Like it's one of those rare movies where this is a movie when you watch it and you know the premise, you're like, okay, so she's doing this for like a loved one,
Yeah.
but she's doing bad stuff. Now she's not killing anybody, not hurting anybody.
Hmm.
And it's not really that bad, but it's one of those movies that, okay, this is going to end with her bad, something bad for her.
Sure.
And she'll learn her lesson, like, haha, you tried to do good, but it turned back on you. But it didn't do that. It ended kind of, we'll say bad, but it also ended satisfyingly.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Like it
I'll
didn't
agree with
end,
that.
it didn't end the way you wanted it to necessarily,
Yeah.
but it did end in a way that was very satisfying.
But I think it had to, because if it would have ended the way you wanted it to, and we're trying not to give it away here,
Yeah.
it would have been more kind of cliche movie, like, oh, yep, okay, well, she got her vengeance and
Yeah, like she
the end. Okay.
she just like walks in slow motion with a car that explodes behind her and
Yeah.
kind of flips her lollipop and
Yep.
keys.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Roll
have made
credits.
it as good,
Yeah, that wouldn't have been the payoff this movie deserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, Promising Young Woman, very good. Should definitely check it out.
And-
Worth the nominations.
I just love Carey Mulligan. I think she's so talented. I haven't seen every single thing she's done, but everything I've seen her in, she's amazing.
She is good. We just talked about her in The Dig with
Mm-hmm.
Ralph Fiennes, and she was really good as a, seemingly mid 40s widow
Yeah.
in England.
Yep.
She pulled that off, and here she's playing some 30-year-old lives with mom and dad,
Yeah.
out for kind of blood,
Yep.
vengeance story, and you believe her in it.
Yes.
I always, when I know an English actor is playing like an American or vice versa, I always
Yeah.
try to listen for the slips,
The accents. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
hear her British accent seep through,
Sure.
and I didn't really hear that.
Interesting. There were a lot of big names in this movie too. And what was funny is Alison Brie's in this movie. And when she first sat down,
Oh yeah,
I didn't recognize her at
Yeah.
first. Like it took me a couple shots in that scene where I was like, oh, that's Alison Brie. I don't
Yeah.
know why. She doesn't look that different. It just, maybe the way it was shot. I don't know. I just couldn't tell it was her.
yeah. You got Alfred Molina's in here a little bit. Adam Brody from the OC, he's popping up now and then.
Yeah.
Sam Richardson, who's great in Veep, he's fantastic in that.
Laverne Cox.
Jennifer Coolidge, yeah, Laverne Cox, McLovin,
Yeah. McLovin.
and they're all pretty good performances,
Yeah, and who's the guy that plays Bash in
Oh,
Glow? I can't remember his name, but he's pretty good too.
Yeah, and pretty promise. I keep wanting to say pretty young woman, promising young woman.
Yeah.
It's a very good ride. It's up there with like the I Care a Lot. It has that kind of vibe to
Yeah.
it,
Mm-hmm.
like an interesting left of center type of journey for
Yeah.
a main character with a couple twists here and there.
Yes.
So anything else on Promising Young Woman?
No, I just liked it. I recommend it.
Yeah. Let's see. It's up for screenplay and her. And I want to say, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, it's up for a motion picture, so
Wow.
good for them. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. All right.
Yep.
Emerald
Fennell directed it.
Yeah.
She's
of the Crown.
Yep, she's on The Crown. She plays the younger Camilla on The Crown, and she's good in front of the camera and behind the camera, I feel. So
Yeah.
I thought that was done well.
Yeah. Good effort on her part on this one for sure.
Yep, and she's the writer of this screenplay as well. So, yay, Emerald.
So go check out Promising Young Woman, worth the rental on the streaming.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for Married with Channels. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at MarriedWChans, 2 N's. And give us a good review, subscribe, all that stuff.
Share, tell your friends.
Share, tell a friends. Go to joinhoney.com/married and get that plugin. It's free and it helps us out.
Do it. Buy a pool.
Yeah, there's a good deal on the pool, man.
Do it.
I wish we'd seen that.
I know.
It's a nice pool.
I know.
Good price.
I know. That I paid way more than that. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we got
for
some
a
inflatable
blow-up pool. Yeah. Oh, well.
Well.
Yeah. Next time, using my honey plug-in for sure.
Till next time, I'm Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see ya.
Bye.